It has been 3 weeks and 3 games since the Connecticut mission. No. The Sunflowers, after your return, of course, have won the first 2 of those 3 games and are currently holding a narrow lead in the game you're currently playing. By the way, you're all currently playing Blittle League.
Oh, we're playing Blittle League? Okay.
You are playing Blittle League. That's right.
Okay.
Just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
In case we need to know if we're playing any kind of Blittle League.
Your chair is blocking it.
That's fine. Blocking what? Just me? It's fine.
All right. So anyway, we are playing a Blittle League game against the Arlington Angelicas.
Oh, those people. They get kicked out while they're cheating. Bleh.
Well, there were a lot of suspensions. And this team, it's practically a new team anyway. So I want all of you to roll 2d6, nothing on it. This is a very casual roll. It's just going to determine the order in which people speak.
Hey, you had cool, right?
No. So everyone all right. Z4.
4.
All right.
The 3-way tie for 4.
This is what happens when it's supposed to be a romp type episode.
Break out that 4th sentence,
So
sir.
we got Morgan got a 3 and we got 3 other 4s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. All right.
That was when we speak at the same time.
You want us to roll again?
Nah, this is all right. All right, so this is let's just keep it cash. So, Morgan, we'll start with you. These past 2 games, I want you to just describe the mood of the team during the past 2 games. The 2 games before this game here.
Yeah, the first game was pretty. Everybody was in pretty good spirits. If I recall correctly, we won the game prior.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't have we didn't have the us, but that just meant that everybody was going to play harder to make up the difference, and it turns out they were better than they realized. Straight off the confidence of that, they strutted in and just barely won that second game.
Yeah. Which only added to the kind of the aura that the Sunflowers are cultivating this season, which is, dare I say, one of the 2 teams to beat. Darby, over these past 2 games, what has Coach Martinez been like?
Hyper. She's been she has a new sleep schedule and some new other traditions because she's gotten really into the idea that that we need to not lose it all because she doesn't want to break the streak. So when I say like new sleep schedule, it's like she's sleeping for like an hour a night because apparently she slept really poorly before the first game that we won this season. And so she sort of instead of being really tired though, which like I can relate to, she's just got a lot of adrenaline and she's like really hyper and constantly just like giving us big pats on the back.
Yeah, Coach Martinez is and has always been focused on making sure the Sunflowers improve as people. They become the best version of themselves, whatever that version is. And wins and losses didn't really matter so much. But now that you're winning, Coach Martinez is kind of amalgamating the idea of you getting better as people and also you showing the world that you are truly getting better as people. So this whole season is about demonstrating to the world that all of you are on paths to become the best version of yourselves. It definitely doesn't manifest as like Coach Martinez yelling and screaming. She has literally never done that. But it's more along the lines of, just expressing in increasingly elaborate metaphor the importance of every game and all of that. Also, she is drinking. It's always out of what looks like a coffee cup. It's definitely not coffee. In point of fact, you're pretty sure you, Darby, you saw her open it once to add a packet of what looked like sugar, and what was in there was green and pulsing.
Yeah,
And
she's been pretty good about not adding it when Zlobs is looking, but that can't last forever.
No, at some point,
He'll find
Zlobs is going to see that is a non-Newtonian substance in that cup.
My favorite kind.
So, there we go. So the mood of the team is good. Coach Martinez is highly caffeinated and incredibly motivating. Mindy, the team itself, and Coach Martinez has been really focused on this too, is the second the Sunflowers take a lead, she starts putting in the shadows because she wants everybody to be a part of every win. And so how have, Mindy, the shadows been doing?
They've been doing great. I think at first when Coach Martinez started putting them in, they were a little bit like sheepish about it. Like, oh, we're only going in because we're up by whatever. But I think that it's been really good for their confidence because like Morgan said, when we first went in, I think that, when they started seeing how much they've really improved over the past couple seasons, I think it did a lot for their confidence. And, even though the second game was overall closer, I think they've just been playing better and better each time.
Yeah, and that's been very much the case. It's the games have been close, and sometimes I think the first game was close throughout, and then kind of extended lead at the end. The second game, there was a big lead at the beginning, and it kind of narrowed. So really, in both circumstances, kind of all the players on the team, regardless of whether they were starters or shadows, got to experience playing with a lead, playing from a tie, doing all of these things. Some of the standouts have been Jorts Grundle, who is
love that.
Jorts is awesome. Jorts's power, like just raw power at the plate, is exceeded only by Darby on the team. Who else is doing good? Kit Schmidt, Marcus Snaggins, and Horns Monday, the reserve battery of pitchers, have all been kind of logging an inning or two a game. They are all sharing increasingly complicated high fives. So the kind of the pitchers, Morgan, Kit, Marcus, and Horns, are really all about active, highly enthusiastic, and highly choreographed celebrations at the end of every inning. Because a couple of those
every inning,
every inning, and because a couple of them are literal demons from hell. The end result of these things results in sparks of black flame, weird cackles from over the horizon. But that all leads to the aura. So yeah, Morgan is leading a battery of pitchers that, if not the best in Boston Blittle League, is one of. So it's been really something else. Zlobs.
Yes.
All tied up with the Angelicas, and it's bottom of the last inning. I want you to narrate how the Sunflowers win the game.
How they win?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. All right. It's one out. You have it's tie score. You got a dangerous Zlobin on second. That's bad for a pitcher. Once you get him out there, it's dangerous. So the pitcher, is this the Angelicas?
Yeah.
Nervous, just trying to pick off Zlobs, not happening. And then here comes Darby O'Darcy up to the plate in the power slot. She's she knows she's being very patient, erratic, balls all over the place. And on the full count, she bunts it down the right baseline, and just giving enough chaos can send Zlobs home for the score.
Yeah, that is precisely how it goes with Darby in the batter's box. Obviously, the infield and the outfield both back up quite a bit. And with Zlobs, you 1 second, it really puts them in a quandary because they know you're going to steal.
Mm-hmm.
And so, the shortstop is, kind of towing the outfield grass while kind of herky-jerky moving in and out.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's also a power bunt. Like, she goes for a bunt, but it still goes into the outfield.
Yeah. It's, this is just like a nice steady. Sorry, there's going to be a drag bunt, just like, just like the baseball videos. And it's just like a laser that's lashed down the right field line. So yeah, Zlobs, you're already off and running, and you score. So it's a walk-off power drag bunt by Darby O'Darcy. Big cheers, audience, big cheers. Horns and Marcus both like throw fun demonic sparks into the sky as you come home. And it is
I tackle Darby.
You do.
It's a power tackle.
A power tackle.
A power drag tackle.
And so all of you kind of gather together. You all shake hands with the Angelicas. The Angelicas this year are much less overtly trying to cheat because the penalties that were levied against them last season were fairly harsh. So they've been playing more or less reasonable games, though you are pretty sure all of their bats are corked. They're still playing reasonable games. And Coach Martinez gathers everybody around after you high five the Angelicas. And she takes a knee, and so all of you take a knee. Everybody. Did we win? We certainly did. But more important than that, you all demonstrated what it takes to be winners, not just on the field, but in life. I cannot be prouder. And I know I said I could not be prouder last week and the week before that, but I'm not lying because every week I am getting subsequently prouder. So rest assured, every time I say that, know that I'm telling the truth. And it's because my levels of pride have increased dramatically week over week. So rest assured, at this point in the season, you're already winners. And I know that you know that deep in your bones. But more specifically, I would like you to continue winning games as well.
Okay, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, Coach. Hey, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Can I have some of that?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
I
You
mean,
ask every week, Zlobs.
it's just decaffeinated coffee.
Oh.
And human children don't like that. And by that, I mean children.
Of course.
Hands in. Let's grow on 3, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Let's grow. All right. So all of you are packing up after a very very fun game. Everyone kind of like everyone is friends with everyone on the Sunflowers. It is something very remarkable about you all that you all get along. But as is the case, kind of the group starts to separate into the various cars that are going to drive the respective clusters of you to your homes.
To clarify, we're at 6-0 right now, right?
That's right.
Oh my god,
That's good.
it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
That it is. The only undefeated team in Boston Blue League right now, actually.
Oh wow! Eat your hearts out, Qualls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Qualls are in a bit of a rebuilding year. They're hanging in at 3-3 right now. So,
Yeah.
So that's
still in the race.
Absolutely.
We had a lot of rebuilding years, but it was worth it.
All of them. We didn't have any rebuilding years. They're all
every year
years.
before last year.
Yep. So it's been really interesting, just to kind of feel that way, to feel like at this point, you all have your own mindsets going into every game, but you're starting to get a sense from the rest of the team that, and this is a first for the four of you as it's your third and final year on the Sunflowers, it's the first time you've ever seen your teammates expect to win every week. And so, so there are varying degrees of like cockiness about it all. But everyone is still very thrilled to be there. You don't think anyone's gotten too big for their britches yet. That said, I want one of you, whoever's feeling lucky, to give me a 2d6 plus sharp.
I'll do that.
Good.
Oh, Darby,
we can each roll one.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, do it.
6.
3.
All right, that's a full. I'll give that a full success. Between the two, 9 plus at least one of you at least has +1. Actually, yeah, there's a +1 and +2. Average math. That's a 10.5. So
a first 10.5.
Yeah, it's our first 10.5. Congrats, everybody. So,
that's Glorigami.
Yeah. So I want each of you, Mindy and Darby, to ask a question about the Sunflowers, either a specific teammate or the team overall.
Ooh.
And if you need access to our roster, we'll put
I don't need access to the roster.
Sure.
I would like to ask, how's Eleanor Clock? Is she here?
She is.
Is she doing typical?
Yes and no. In point of fact, with the full success, Eleanor Clock is definitely very present. She's playing okay.
She's 9, right?
Yeah. I'll put it to you this way. In the first half of the season, really before the Connecticut mission, you've been so impressed with her every week, Mindy, that she's really coming out of her shell. Like, she started very, very unsure, and every subsequent week she's gotten a little more open, a little more talkative, a little more actively involved in team celebrations. And over the past couple of weeks, it feels like she's regressed. Like she's getting a little more closed off again. As if interacting with everyone else is still fun, only it's more exhausting now. So you definitely notice a change.
Why don't I read her mind?
That's probably fair. 2d6 plus weird.
6.
No.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry.
No. It was supposed to be a romp.
Sorry, everybody. It was a 6, and I'm looking for a secret.
Yeah. Something sad, something scary.
Scary.
Oh no.
We can't start the episode sad.
Yeah.
We started great. We're 6-0.
Eleanor Clock, about 2-3 weeks ago, was very scared sitting in her kitchen because she and her mom were talking to an older woman who was very nice, but Eleanor Clock had never met her before. And nothing about this woman was threatening. Nothing she said, nothing she inferred, nothing she did. It was just her and her mom and Eleanor sitting around their table with the two adults drinking a cup of coffee and her drinking a fruit punch in a little box. And she and her mom, this woman and her mother, got on very, very well. But Eleanor, over the course of this relatively banal conversation, started getting this pit in her stomach, and it was getting heavier and heavier. And she felt like at some point, this woman was going to become very mad at her. And that's a scary feeling when you're 9 for an adult you don't know to be mad at you. Eleanor remembers walking up to her room and opening her closet. And now it's hard for you, Mindy, to get a sense of what was in the closet. But so, like, instead of a picture of what it was really just a feeling of, this is my best friend.
This is what always happens when I try to read Eleanor's mind. It's like there are sections where it's like redacted or something.
Yeah, that is the best word for it. There's the image is cut out or blacked out, and it is replaced only with a feeling. And so Eleanor feels deeply, deeply, deeply sad and deeply, deeply, deeply nervous. And as she's carrying her best friend downstairs into her kitchen, she is terrified that she is doing the wrong thing. But she puts her best friend, redacted, onto the kitchen table. And the woman gets up rather abruptly, picks up Eleanor's best friend, smiles at Eleanor's mother, does not look at Eleanor at all, turns and leaves. And so Eleanor's been holding on to that fear ever since, that this woman's going to come back and this woman's going to make her feel bad somehow.
But she hasn't come back?
No.
I wish I could see what that best friend was.
Yeah, it's kind of a secret within a secret.
Oh, double secret.
Mathers, you look frustrated. You look frustrated. We just won.
Oh, I know. I'm happy.
Okay. What's up, Mathers?
Nothing. It's just, do you ever try to read somebody's mind and it's like they won't show you everything?
Oh, no, I never successfully read anyone's mind. But that sounds frustrating, I guess.
It really is. I just want to know their secrets. It's not too much to ask.
Mathers?
Yeah?
Have you ever tried asking? Just go up to them and ask.
With my words?
with your words and your mouth.
People don't generally find me very appealing in that way, in the way of wanting to divulge a secret.
Mm.
But
Well, if-
anything's worth a shot. But I'm feeling nervous, so maybe not now, maybe later.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Eleanor's mom, Francine, you see her kind of by the car. Eleanor's walking back to the car. And Darby and Morgan, you can both kind of read this. Eleanor kind of walks back. She had an okay game. And you can kind of see the family dynamic playing out in the background of Francine asking, did you have fun? And Eleanor kind of nods her head. And is it time to go home, or do you want to hang out with your friends anymore? And then she just kind of shakes her head and says, well, it's time to go home. And Francine says, are you sure you don't want to hang out anymore? And she, no, I want to go home. And so with that, they kind of get in the car and drive off. And yeah.
Poor Eleanor.
Yeah. But but everyone is generally in very, very good spirits.
We are currently stacking.
Indeed.
Yeah. Right now it's Darby, Zlobs, Horns, and Marcus stacked up. We're trying to get higher.
Zlobs, give me 2d6 plus tough.
Oh, 5.
Yeah, so of course Jorts wants to complete the stack. And
George.
And yeah, Zlobs, you're doing the math, and you're like, I have the base of this stack, I can do it. And sure enough, Jorts adds a little too much weight and causes.
He did a running start. We didn't count for that.
He, according to Jorts, climbing you all would be disrespectful, so he wanted to leap. And so
He has a very rigid code of respect.
Yeah.
it does. It is. There's an ethos. But you see, he's bounding from the distance, and he screams, "That's a meatball!" And he kind of leaps through the air. And
we tried running away, but we weren't fast enough.
no. And actually, the two people above you kind of scramble. And because George has nothing to grab onto, he falls like a giant 300-pound pancake, and Zlobs crushes you flat into the infield dirt. 2d6 plus sharp.
7.
Okay. You're going to take 1 harm. But yeah, that's fine. But the
Yeah, sure.
No.
Give me 2. I'll take 2.
But the reason the partial success is because you notice something. You definitely broke a rib.
Oh no, not again.
But it does not hurt one bit.
Like at all?
No.
Oh, usually it hurts like heck.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Like you hear it. Because you
like I wiggle
in fact,
it.
most of you at this point know what broken ribs feel and sound like. And yeah, you went and you heard kind of that dull thudding crunch under your arm, or a sound you are more familiar with than most. And you're like, oh God, the second I move, it's going to hurt to breathe. And you start moving and you feel totally fine.
Huh. I poke it.
Big full breaths.
Poke.
Fine.
It looks like I'm getting tougher every day.
Oh.
So what happened?
I broke a rib. Touch it.
Yeah,
I'll touch
Morgan. Yeah, Mindy, that is a broken rib. That thing is moving around. There is something in Zlobs' rib cage that shouldn't be moving that is.
I want to touch it now.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Darby, that's a broken rib.
I put a Band-Aid on it.
Oh, thank you.
You do.
Yeah. Morgan. Hey, Morgan.
Zlobs.
Can you do me a favor?
What?
Can you distract Coach?
Okay, but only if you promise to go to the hospital as soon as possible.
Oh, I'll go to the minute clinic.
Why is Morgan distracting Coach?
I just need her to distract.
All right,
Coach.
I'm gonna go up to Coach, and I'm gonna ask Coach. Coach,
Yeah, you run up to Coach. Coach is having some kind of lunch out of like a takeout container, and upon closer inspection, you're pretty sure it's a mix of tree sap and motor oil. Morgan, I am so proud of you. What's up?
Coach, I'm sorry for disappointing you with my pitch earlier, especially in inning 3.
Don't even worry about it. For 2 reasons. One, we won, and not that that's the most important thing, because it's certainly not, but it's clearly just an indication that we are all improving as people. So that's one. And 2, you ended up striking them out at the end anyway.
So you're not mad at me?
Never. Why would I be?
I guess you're right. Thanks for making me feel better, Coach.
Zlobs,
No problem.
don't.
Zlobs.
Zlobs, don't drink that.
No.
Don't drink what? This?
Oh,
Okay.
That was Chekhov's non-Euclidean goop. You had to have seen this coming.
2d6 plus tough, please. -1.
why
Minus
must you?
one.
Why must
Oh.
you do this?
Okay, well it's a 10.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
So this is you're expecting, based on the smell,
Mhm.
you expect this to burn.
Mhm.
And you take a Zlob style test gulp,
Mhm.
which is about half of it,
Yeah.
and no, that goes down smooth. It smells like a garage full of open cans of soda, but
oh yeah, that's why I wanted it.
just
I
like
got a whiff of that.
stingy, burny, acidic, oily, and you drink it and it goes down like oatmeal or tomato soup or something.
Yep.
Zlobs?
Yeah, what's
Are
up?
you okay?
I feel great.
You feel cooler?
Do I feel cooler?
Sometimes you feel cooler after you eat things. so you should-
Zlobs, do you feel cooler?
No. I want to feel cooler. It's fine.
So you broke a rib and it doesn't hurt. You drank that and nothing happens.
Nothing happened.
Let me try
Can I
some.
try something?
Sure. I give it to Darby.
Yeah, Darby. This smells like a science lab. This is awful. And you drink it. It tastes awful, but you are fine.
I feel great.
Yeah, right. It's fine. I've had worse.
I take out my big knife.
Ah, whoa! Whoa!
It's okay. It's fine. It's just an experiment. Zlobs, let me see your hand.
Okay, I put my hand off frame.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Zlob's hand is out of frame.
Yeah.
It is.
Can I just poke one of his fingers with my big knife?
Yeah. Zlobs, you are aware that you have been stabbed and that it has broken the skin.
Mhm.
You do not feel any pain.
Huh.
Okay. Ryan's here. I'm gonna have Ryan take you, and we'll all go to the hospital.
No.
I don't do anything for ribs.
Yeah. I was gonna say stab me harder, but don't do that. That's bad. That's bad. It's a bad
scary.
move. Yeah.
I don't want
promised.
to. I don't want it. I don't want to stab you. But I think
So-
something's wrong, Zlobs. Hold on, Morgan. Tell Ryan to wait a second.
Okay, Ryan.
Is-
Something's
Is
going
it
on.
is it nerve damage?
I don't think so. Your rib and your finger are so far apart.
Did you eat anything besides what you just drank? It anything else unusual that could have like?
Wait, am I wax? Oh no, not again. No.
You're not wax. You're not wax. You're bleeding.
Oh.
I'll give Zlobs a Band-Aid.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Band-Aid.
I'm a water bag.
Should I stab Darby and see what happens?
Off screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ian is off frame.
Darby puts her hand out of frame. Just a
Darby,
little on the thumb.
Yeah, Darby, you are aware that you have been stabbed, and you are aware that it has broken the skin. You do not feel any pain.
What's going on?
Huh.
I guess Mathers, I'm going to take my hand and put it slightly off frame.
Yep.
This
more
is
of the same. All of you now are bleeding from one of your fingers or your thumb.
The more I do this, the more I'm not having fun. Everyone with the same reaction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mindy, do you try it on yourself?
I don't want to use the knife on myself, so I'm just gonna run into the signpost next to the field.
Noted. Okay. We're gonna watch this all from Ryan's perspective. So
Oh, poor
Poor
Ryan.
Ryan.
Ryan is sitting in the front row of the bleachers eating a sandwich he brought from home. And,
Is it a big sandwich? Is it a big sandwich?
No, unfortunately, it's a medium-sized sandwich
Mm.
and a nice fresh apple.
Classic Ryan.
Yeah. But so he watches the game, he talks to the other parents, he's having a good time, starts saying goodbye to everybody, glad handing, I'll see you over here. Oh yeah, come over for a barbecue next weekend, so on and so forth. And all of a sudden he's the only parent left, and his car is the only car in the parking lot. And he's watching, and he doesn't want to interrupt because these are important formative years for all of you, and he doesn't want to be a bear about it and say, come on, you got to leave now. So he just watches as increasingly strange things start happening. So at one point, he's watching, his stepdaughter and her two friends start sticking a finger into Zlobs' rib and then animatedly discussing it. And then they start drinking a weird glowing goo and then discussing it. And then all of a sudden, Mindy draws a knife and starts stabbing people. And he almost gets up. For that. He says, no, these are formative moments. Like at one point, he Morgan, you turn and look at him like, is Ryan still there? And he quickly pulls out his cell phone. He's like, oh no, I'm just doing things on my phone. And then you look back and he just looks at you. And yeah, then to cap it all off, Mindy takes off like a shot and slams herself into the foul pole in the outfield.
Oh.
Mindy, no pain.
Okay. Well,
rapidly forming bruise, but there's no pain.
Oh, since it worked the way I expect, I start to feel really guilty that everybody else has a small knife wound but me. And I'm feeling, if I'm honest, a little left out. So I take my knife back out and I will also poke one of my fingers and I wave over at them.
Off frame.
Off frame. Sorry, I wave off frame.
So as Ryan is
Wait, hold on. Do you get blood and off into the foul line? Off into the reeds? Don't give it blood. That's dangerous.
Oh yeah, no.
2d6.
I don't think I Oh no.
Oh no. You gotta be careful.
Oh God, I didn't even think of that. No blood over the foul line. 2d6 flat?
Flat.
7.
The earth under your feet wobbles just a little bit. Yeah, from Ryan's perspective, he he opens up the double-walled aluminum water bottle that I got from some corporate outing and drinks a sip of still ice cold water and watches as Mindy, dazed, staggers to her feet, once again draws her big knife and stabs herself in the hand.
Offering.
Morgan, you get a text on your phone. Everything going okay out there? It's Ryan.
It's Ryan. Do you not have his number saved in your phone?
I do, but it's not under Ryan.
If he hasn't texted you in a while, he usually ends a text with "It's Ryan."
Yeah. I'm gonna turn back to Ryan and go,
A-okay.
I'm gonna detect magic.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, I guess that's a good idea.
Sure.
You sure we don't want to stab a couple more times?
No, we're doing great.
Let's go with investigative mystery. 2d6 plus sharp, and you get your free question.
Well, I got a 4.
Oh well, you do get a free question.
Was there any magic done here?
Yeah, there's something diffuse in the air.
Oh, diffuse.
Oh, diffuse.
What?
Is that a real word, sir?
I just learned recently that it was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do you think this is something the Angelicas did? The Angelicas?
I wouldn't put it past them. Although, what would it gain for them to make us numb?
Yeah.
Maybe they were planning on faking an injury or for real getting an injury, but then it wouldn't hurt. I'm not sure how this would help.
I guess that we could, because it doesn't hurt, we could still really hurt ourselves because we're still injured. We just don't feel it. So maybe they wanted us to sort of push ourselves too hard and then actually end up injured for the rest of the season or something.
Who are we playing next week?
Hold on, I can tell you.
Do you have the schedule?
Yeah.
Okay, who did you play the last 2 weeks?
I will send this all to you after the game.
Okay, thank you.
Next week, you are playing the South Boston Snapdragons at Fort Independence.
Oh my God. Remember last time when we get banned for that game?
So that
you missed it.
I don't think the Snapdragons would be doing this. I was going to say the people who really have something to gain from us pushing ourselves too hard this week would be who we're playing next week.
Yeah.
But I don't think the Snapdragons would try to cheat. That's more of an Angelica's thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they seemed like they were on their best behavior today.
Yeah, they seemed like it. Should we go ask for help?
I think that's our best recourse. Do you know who we should ask for help from?
I was thinking, I'm trying to think of someone we might know who would be an expert in magic related to bodily pain. And I don't mean to be rude, but it seems like maybe something Kit Schmidt would know about.
Wait, why?
Oh, no reason.
Okay.
Sure. So,
hold on. Mindy, you just said no reason, and you slowly pulled out your book, and you started writing in your book. And
unrelated. Book. I just thought of a poem idea.
You wouldn't lie to me, would you, Mindy?
It's hard not to sometimes.
What kind of answer is that? Yeah, read me the poem.
You want to know the poem?
I love poems. I'm a cultured baseball player.
Okay, the poem goes like this, and it may or may not be rooted in truth, as all poems sometimes have truth to them, and sometimes they're totally made up. And this poem goes like this: Kit Schmidt is a part.
Who's Kim Schmidt?
Hey, it's really cracking to read a poem, and you shouldn't interrupt. And sometimes when people get nervous, they misspeak. Let me start again. Here's the poem. Kit Schmidt is a part of a secret magical society called the Order of the Mound.
That does not rhyme at all.
That doesn't rhyme at all. Wait, is
Not
that
all
The
the
Order
ones
of the
rhyme.
Mound?
yeah? Isn't it isn't Order of the Mound the Mary Is she Mary and Martha? I mean,
No.
is she one of them,
Kit Schmidt is not Mary and Martha.
or Mary
the-
or Martha?
Listen,
What?
this may come as a shock, but that poem was actually based in a lot of truth.
Whoa! Wait, hold on. Did you just tell us a secret? So
Yes.
it's no longer a secret.
Don't tell anyone
You
else.
just told us an unsecret.
I'm gonna send a text to Kit Schmidt.
Mindy, will your book like reject it if you put something that's not a secret in it?
Yeah,
Or something that's not true?
It is true.
But like what if you tried to write something that wasn't true?
I've never tried that before. That's not really what my book is for.
What if I wrote in your book?
No, that's not allowed.
What if I get what if I get my blood on your book? I try to get my blood on your book.
Stop getting your blood on my things. That has nothing to do with this. It's just gross and
Zlobs.
weird.
What?
Kit texts you back. What's up?
We have a magical mystery afoot at the field.
Fun.
She's a piece of work.
Can you drop by? We'd really appreciate it.
You see the ... kind of there for a while. And then it goes away.
I hate
And then
that.
She's ghosting us. ...
Here it
Is
comes.
it a ghost?
BRT.
All
Bert.
right.
Bert?
Big red truck.
Big red
It stands for
Oh,
be
she
right
drives
there.
a big red
There's a
truck.
fire somewhere.
Drives?
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, so you are you're there, and whose car is Kit in? Let's see here. Yeah, Stanley Handsome Pants parents drive back in their car, and
Are they still together? Sorry.
Woof. Oh,
Oh.
Are they still together?
wow.
one of Stanley's parents
Oh.
drives. Yeah, I should have said one. Drives back, and it's Stanley is sitting in the back seat, and Kit comes out, and she walks up to all of you. All
I'm
right.
gonna take a rock and just throw it at her arm.
Kit Schmidt executes a backflip and avoids it.
Oh,
Whoa.
all right,
That's
Kit,
pretty
just
cool.
pinch your arm. Right?
I take out my big knife.
She walks up to you and holds out her hand.
I'm sorry. Where'd she hold her hand?
It's like out of frame.
Okay.
I poke her in the finger.
Right.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
weird. Yeah. Something's
Yeah.
up.
Huh. Okay. Someone else could roll investigate a mystery with a +1 for Kit Schmidt helping.
Can I do it? And can I also ask my question about the sunflowers?
Absolutely. Oh
From
my
earlier?
God. Absolutely. We went down a rabbit hole. Yes. What's your question about the sun?
I was saving it because it's like also really dark.
Oh,
And could,
Oh, wow. No.
should I do that first?
yeah.
So I heard that there were some
Yep. We're romping it.
upgrades to the concession stand. What are they?
So the concession stand has a new sponsor, as do the sunflowers. The sunflowers are rather flush with cash this season. The concession stand has the food-related upgrades. Is that there's a carving station.
Like for meat?
Yeah. So it's, you've got this little kind of boxy concession stand with, hot dogs on the little rollers and the little bags of pre-popped popcorn and bottles of soda, because the soda fountain, frankly, you wouldn't trust that at any Little League park. And so it's very low rent, with the exception of a chef in a white coat standing in front of a carving station waiting to serve people prime rib.
Every time Zlobs scores a run, he always stops by the station.
Yeah, and at this point, as
It's a tradition for
as you
himself.
run over, the chef looks at you and says, "Of course, sir," and it cuts a piece of prime rib. The non food upgrade is that the kind of the concession stand itself and the little half basement storage shed below. Like, you can't fully stand in there, but kind of the trapdoor storage shed. All of this is now magically and nuclear shielded.
Whoa. That could come in handy one day.
Yeah, so it's a bomb shelter now. With a carving
Good to
station.
know.
Thank goodness.
And now I shall roll.
While you're rolling, the chat wants to know the chef's name, and they already preceded the chat with the names because they're thirsty for names.
There are a few chefs in rotation. One of them is named Harley Bassnett. The other, because the chat said so, is actually named Carving Station.
Yeah, of course. Yep.
Wait, so is there a carving station, or were you talking about the chef? Or there is both a carving
It is
station?
both.
That happens a lot.
he grew up
Common
knowing what he was
mistake.
going to do for a living.
Yeah. Who's on first moment?
Of note, what's funny about this is that
Most of it.
the Blittle League Office of Tactical Interventions and Bake-at-Home Pizza Kit Sales is also the agency that sets prices for all of the concessions at the Blittle League parks. And nothing could cost more than $4. That's kind of a Blittle League mandate. So you have like hot dog, like kind of little hot, kind of shriveled hot dogs, and the non-warmed, out of the bag hot dog buns, and the room temperature sodas and all that. And all that's $4. You could also get a Prince cut, which is like a 12-ounce cut of prime rib with like a mint jelly and side of potatoes for $3.95.
Just bleeding money.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not good, but boy, it is good prime rib. They do nice work. Unsurprisingly, Carving Station is outstanding at this.
Wow.
So anyway, 2d6 plus sharp plus
and,
1 for Kit.
Good news. I rolled a 6.
No.
So +1 for Kit.
No, it was a 5.
Okay.
+1.
Oh no. Wow. Romp.
Okay.
Sean, break out that fourth sentence.
We're really gunning for it. Yeah. Trying to bleed on a foul line, trying to break our ribs. Just
Oh.
The story really is, Kit kind of consults kind of consults all of the training conferred to her, and is trying to think through like the library of her mind and all of the things she learned from the Order of the Mound, and nothing comes to mind as a logical, magical reason why a group of people aren't feeling pain anymore. And like Morgan, you kind of go through your general kind of magical assessment. Darby, you do like you get in the air, you do a circle, like you do all the things you would normally do to try to figure out what's going on. And best you can tell, there is some diffuse magical effect that is causing all of you to not feel pain. But because you got a failure, in the distance you hear ambulance sirens.
Uh-oh.
Did someone call those for Zlobs?
Nope.
Well,
I better go. I take to the air. I'm gonna go land on one.
Okay.
A land on one?
Well, Darby, Somerville's in chaos. You fly up into the air and you try to say, well, where the heck is the ambulance coming from? You fly over the military the old military storage base that's nearby. And there are there are people in it. It's kind of a decommissioned base, but there's like staff there. You see like two people standing in literally a pool of blood in the middle of a field, loudly yelling at each other. You keep flying and you see an ambulance at a nearby house that is loading someone into an ambulance while two more look at them from the roof of their house. There are ambulances dotted throughout the town, picking up various people. There's at least one full car accident you see.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And at this point you loop back down.
Okay, something bad is going on. It's chaos out there. There's ambulances everywhere. Car crashes. It looks like the end of the world out there.
What the heck? I thought this was a romp. Kit, maybe you should go home.
That or we need the whole team.
Yeah, we gotta secure Somerville. That's our number one duty.
Okay. Text the whole team group chat and tell them to go to their zones.
Yeah.
Morgan, press the emergency button.
Boop. And over the next 30 seconds, you start getting a bunch of, confirmed en route, confirmed moving to zone. And yeah, with that, you will get into Ryan's car.
Ryan, I need to drive. I take my Blittle League badge. I have to commandeer this.
Say no more. And he sits in the side and
no, in the back. I need my co-pilot.
He sits in the back.
No, I know the back.
Have fun with my car. I'm going to go for a walk. And
get in the passenger seat.
Be careful.
Yeah, with
Ryan.
that, he starts walking along the service road. You start getting texts over the next 5 or 10 minutes as people spread out, as your sunflower spread out through Boston. And pretty soon a consensus is reached. The entire city of Somerville can't feel pain.
George, come in.
Hey, this is me, buddy.
I know you're near the border of Cambridge. Can people in Cambridge feel pain?
Yeah, hold on. I'm right on the border. Hey, can you put Mindy on the phone?
Yeah, you're on speakerphone.
Hello, Junior.
Hey, boss. Zlobs told me to throw something into Cambridge to see if I can cause some pain. I don't think that's what he specifically told me to do, but that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to throw something at someone walking by in Cambridge. I just want to ask you what I should throw.
You know what, George? Why don't you go with something that's kind of really low stakes here? Maybe a very small rock, or even if they're walking close to you, you could just reach out and sort of flick them.
Oh, you got it, boss. I'm going to give them the old flick.
Oh, George, maybe pull out one of their hairs.
Haha, no problem.
That seems ideal, all things considered.
All right, stay on the line.
You know, George, you could ask first. Sorry, I should have mentioned that.
He's not responding.
Okay. I
So
thought of it too late. That's my
he
mistake.
remains on speakerphone, and you hear Jorts kind of in the distance say, "Excuse me," and then a moment of silence where if your phone was a little louder, you would have been able to hear like a boink, followed by a slap and an ouch.
Okay.
Hey, good news. That hurt the person whose hair I pulled out, and when they slapped me, it hurt me.
Great, Jorts. That's excellent data. Thank you very much, Junior.
Oh, you're welcome, boss.
This added information is making my tactical genius mind ablaze. Calculating all the locations of the etheric energy hot spots in town of like where they would place a curse or something that would affect the Somerville.
Fair enough. 2d6 plus cool to read a bad situation.
12.
12, of course. All right, you can ask 3 questions from the read a bad situation list, or since you got a 12, literally any question.
Why is it happening?
Okay. So, and this is the thing about Zlobs that blows all of your minds on a regular basis. Zlobs will eat or drink anything that looks interesting. By all accounts, Zlobs should have been killed a dozen times. And yet, in certain circumstances, there is literally no one more qualified to assess what's going on than Severus Slobin.
It's because here's why, because he's always processing. He's always calculating. He doesn't have bandwidth for other thoughts.
Zlobs, here's what you come up with. The city of Somerville, and only the city of Somerville, is under a diffuse magical effect to explicitly block out feelings of pain. This definitely originated within Somerville and does not appear to be growing in strength or diminishing in strength, which is really, really hard to do as like a ritual. So it is most likely that there is a magical effect that was placed on something, or something was enchanted, or an item was created, or something like that, to make everyone in Somerville and only Somerville not feel any pain.
That is precise.
Yeah, that's my working theory.
Why would somebody do this? Where would they put this kind of magical item? Would they put it in the center of town?
Oh, they'll probably put it in the seediest part of town. Porter Square.
I was like, what is he going to say? Porter Square. You want to check Porter Square? Porter Square is not in
all the bad stuff
at all.
in Porter Square.
All the bad stuff, like too many chain stores open up.
Too many chains. If you need to buy a chain, that's where you get it. Like a legal chain. If you want to download some music off the internet illegally and put it on a Blu-ray disc, Porter Square.
Yeah, Porter Square is Porter Square has a reputation for being the bad part of town in a PG movie. Like all of the crime is like literally people are like swapping overdue library books with each other in this like black market trade, and you can definitely get a lot of CDs of songs that were recorded right off the radio. Yeah, there's like all the restaurants are open like a little later than they should be. So you head over
the one
Square, where you see 2 students in Tuft sweatshirts taking turns hitting each other with pool cues.
That's a bad idea, kids.
Yeah, and
well
this is someone that is a teenager, which means they're cool. And yeah, one of them, he has a mustache.
Whoa.
Turns to you and says, "Ain't no bad idea. I don't feel a thing." And
Well,
then his
that's-
buddy like hits him in the face.
I grab both both cues and kind of like shove them away from each other.
Yeah, it is no longer a question of strength. You are a war angel. You grab the pool cues away from them, and they're like, "All right, geez." And then
You
they
could actually kill each other with these. Just because you don't feel it doesn't mean it's not hurting you.
give me a 2d6 plus charm.
Great. 6.
They agree and then run off to do bodily harm to each other.
I'll help.
Mathers, no.
I intercede mentally.
2d6 plus weird, please.
10.
All right. You as has been the case before, you're able to kind of drop a fairly wide blanket of mental effect on an area. And you don't know if you've gotten all of Somerville, because Somerville is tens of thousands of people.
I don't think I can do all of Somerville.
No, that's a lot. But you start kind of spreading the suggestion that what is happening is bad and people should not be doing this even though they don't feel pain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
trying to give like a mass personality change of cautionary, cautious. That's the word.
Yes.
Everybody cautious.
Yeah, and that is going to have some degree of effect here. You're getting text messages constantly on the emergency thread of people more or less intervening with people that are doing silly things. The issue that you're seeing here, and that all the sunflowers are seeing, is that the ambulances are more or less due to a couple of different things. People burning themselves on stovetops and on various things without realizing it, as well as kids and rather goofy young adults doing stupid things and hurting themselves because they couldn't feel pain. Essentially, everybody in Somerville that would have felt pain in the last hour went through the same round of experiments you did. And those of them that were a little on the foolish side wanted to take it to its logical conclusion. And so you have a lot of people like jumping off roofs and
Oh no.
accidentally breaking their hand by punching walls and things like that. So the hospitals are filling, and people are now fully intervening. The police are now out trying to create calm. But yeah, all of these things combine to stop, emergency rooms from overflowing immediately. But there is still a major problem if a city of 80,000 people just can't feel pain anymore.
Oof. Yeah. I have a place we can go. At least if someone did something here in Porter Square, I think we'd maybe want to go to like one of the oldest places that's been here, where all the locals go. So I'm going to propose we go to Yume wo Katare.
Yume wo Katare.
Yeah.
That the ramen place?
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna ask me about my dreams.
Oh
That's
yeah,
right.
they're
don't have
a bunch
any.
of diviners.
Am I gonna be allowed in? Oh, too bad.
I'm
Yeah.
sure we can explain the situation, Darby.
Yeah.
And
They're just like really serious about it.
Is
I
that in Cambridge or is that in
What? I believe
Somerville.
it's in Porter.
It's in Porter. I think it's still in Somerville.
well, now I gotta look it up.
Where's
Yeah.
the town line?
Where's the town line? No, apparently half of Porter is in Cambridge.
It is.
Yeah.
And Yume Wokatari is on the other side
In Cambridge.
in
Oh, safe.
Cambridge.
I bet their
Um,
basement goes down into Somerville, though.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, they have a basement dining room. It's in Somerville. So yeah, you head to Yume Wokatari, which for various legal and arcane reasons sits on the exact border of Cambridge and Somerville.
Mhm.
And you go into the basement, which is on the Somerville side. This place is full of diviners, and the whole idea is when you eat the soup, you are able to, apply gentle pressure to the great pendulum of fate.
Mhm.
And so you kind of walk in there and you go through, kind of the ritual of ordering and the ritual of kind of stating your intentions. And one of the soothsayers kind of walks up to you and delivers to the four of you hot bowls of soup, and they raise their hand. It is hot, but not too hot. Over the last hour or so, we've had to say that more. And he backs away. So, Morgan, you are in Yume Wokatari. It's a place of rather powerful arcane energy. Now that you're here, what do you want to do?
I want to ask the staff if they're familiar with any arcane objects or any sort of... You, over there, you look observant.
Everyone turns and sees what is easily the most observant man they've ever seen.
Well, I didn't even see you there.
He was looking. Hi, I'm sorry. I'm Morgan Woodstock. Oh, fair enough. So I was wondering if you've noticed in town anybody placing any new arcane objects or enchanting any objects, or if you notice any disruption. We're trying to get down to the bottom of what might be causing this diffuse energy.
You ask because you are seeking the source of someone that wants to alleviate pain.
Oh, wow. They're pretty observant.
That is observant.
Someone came in a few days ago. We asked her intentions, and she said that she was scared of pain. And we said that pain is a part of life. And then she left in a huff. She did not eat her soup.
That's bad luck.
About how old do you think she was?
Your age.
Excuse me?
Your age.
Was she wearing a uniform? Like the ones we're wearing, maybe?
Identical to yours, yes.
A sunflower one?
Yes.
Was she wearing a backpack?
She was not.
Oh, okay.
No
Was
backpack.
she a 300-pound ogre that was viscous?
I would have observed if she was,
Oh, yeah.
but she was not.
Okay.
Anything else you can tell us about her?
He produces a small, perfectly square piece of paper and draws on it for a moment and hands it to you. That is a picture of Spanky Serotonin.
You did a very nice job on this drawing. Thank you very much.
That's pretty good.
I'm afraid we're gonna have to leave without eating the soup. I'm so sorry.
He raises his hand.
I'll eat them all.
Yeah, we have to eat the soup. We have to
Let's
all
go.
eat our own soup slabs.
Oh.
All right, everybody, hurry!
Just
Next. More.
No more. We
Don't
gotta
order
go.
another soup.
You are given more soup.
Oh,
and
Slabs.
ask you state your intentions once more.
Yeah. More.
Okay. No.
They give you some to go.
Okay.
Sir, before we leave, do We've eaten our soup. Do you have any advice that might help us?
He points at Morgan. You want to make your own name, but at the same time, you cannot ignore the fact that you already have a name. And he points at Mindy. What you think is a weakness of yours may prove to be a strength. Darby. It will not be now, but soon you're going to have to make peace with your past. And then he points at you, Zlobs. Please drink more water. And also, I have a lot of faith in your future.
Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm really dehydrated.
Yeah, I feel like Zlobs exists in a constant state of dehydration.
I'll leave
So,
a tip
yeah.
with my allowance.
It is appreciated. So, apparently, Spanky Serotonin came in here and spoke about needing to avoid pain.
Okay. I'm going to text Spanky. Meet us at the field.
And she texts back immediately, yeah.
Spanky.
Back at the field. She rode her bike. And she's she's sitting in left field.
Hi, Spanky.
Hey.
Are you the reason none of us can feel pain right now?
Yeah, I screwed up bad and I didn't want to tell anybody.
Spanky.
Spanky, you probably would have been better to just tell someone instead of, chaos, because we were going to find out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I drew it in the dugout and I just want to keep it until tomorrow.
What's happening tomorrow?
Oh,
I'm getting a filling.
Spanky. It's okay. Do you know that you're like when you know you're going to feel pain and you face it anyway head on? That's how you be cool. That's how you be tough. You're a pretty cool, tough person. So I believe in you.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, Zlobs, this would be 2d6 plus charm, but this is the coolest person she knows telling her to be cool. So let's roll 2d6 plus cool.
Yeah. It is a 9. And I give her the leftovers on my Yume Wokatare ramen.
She leads you into the outfield over the fence. And sitting there in a clearing is a machine that looks like, how best to describe it? It looks like a motorcycle engine made of teeth. Big teeth. And coming out of it, like in regular intervals, are just like puffs of like pink glitter and purple glitter and green glitter. It has like a gentle hum.
Wow.
It's the
Thank you.
anti-pain machine.
That is so creative.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to push this into the foul line.
Yeah. Let me help. And the 5 of you pick it up and you toss it over the foul line into the tall grass.
As a team.
Where it is immediately consumed. All 4 of your fingers start throbbing.
Ow.
Whoa.
Ow.
We will end it right there. Some hours later, Mindy, when you and Nana Mathers aren't working on anything or eating dinner with your parents or anything like that, when it's just you and her and you play a game, what game do you play?
When it's just me and Nana.
When it's just you and Nana and you're specifically like not working or doing anything involving secrets or your brain or anything else, when it's just a pure leisure activity.
We play chess.
I
actually don't cheat at all at chess.
All right.
Nana says that I'm getting better.
Yeah, you find that she's taking just like a hair more time between moves. You don't play with a clock, but at one point she looks at you. You know, you're getting good enough that I think I might need to get a clock. Because I don't trust myself to play quickly with you now. There's a knock on the door. And she looks at you and, you get up and run down to see who it is. It's nighttime, so you're not expecting anyone. Nana Mathers sits and looks at the chess table for the chessboard for a second and then stops herself because it would not be fair to give herself an extra 2 minutes to study the board. So she gets up and walks into her little like closet lab, which is a lot bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, and picks up her experiment book and kind of leaps to the whole section just called Darby's Sleep Conundrum, and kind of leafs through it, jots a couple of notes down, checks her inventory of various chemicals, and kind of loses herself in thinking about that for a minute. And she's in thought long enough that she kind of forgets that time is passing. And after like 5 or 6 minutes, she realizes that you are not back. So she gets up and opens up the door to her room and starts heading down the stairs. And it is at that moment that Mindy starts coming back up the stairs holding a note sealed with a little bead of red wax. Mindy hand it to Nana, and Nana takes it. Mindy, should I read this now or later? Let's finish the game. And the 2 of you sit down. Mindy, a checkmater in 6 more moves. We'll end it right there.
What?
What's the note say?
What does the note say?
Oh, we'll figure that out later.
Darby.
Zlobs.
Okay, you be quiet. We can't wake anyone up.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I want to. Okay.
Okay, follow me. Okay. Long sock's really spooky at night.
I know it is.
Okay.
Like
But-
the foul lines look alive right now.
Yeah, they probably are. Don't go over there. All right, ready? I'm gonna knock on the door. Okay. I don't think carving station sleeps. Hey, carving station.
Carving station.
Carving station.
Would you like a prince cut or a queen cut?
Both.